because I need to make sure to minimize any kind of distraction. There we
Good luck,
go.
Godna. Have fun.
Don't worry, I don't think it's too likely I'll die during intro session.
He doesn't know. Anyway.
I mean, what? It's not like it's Traveler where I died during character creation.
I'm trying to freaking... There we go. Godna.
Yes.
Hello. I would like to welcome you, potentially, to Pokerole, Sunstruck Renewal. Sorry, Renewal. Wow, fingusa has already failed. Wow, we have just started.
That's okay.
Anyway, Godna.
Yes.
You're about to embark into the world of Mystery Dungeon, where things impossible in our real world or in the world of Pokemon are actually possible. A world that has almost no humans. A world where Pokemon have adapted and evolved. A world where civilization is a thing, but civilization without humans, for the most part.
Okay.
Godna.
Well, yes.
This is your intro session. So first, it would be good if you, I don't know, said something about yourself.
Okay. Hi, I'm Godna. I've played way too many tabletop games. When I was introduced myself to these lovely people, it took me how many minutes? 20, 30 minutes to finish labeling them all because I kept remembering in random bits and bursts. Oh, right. I also played that.
See, okay, Godna, so I actually meant about your character. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, you said about yourself.
Yeah,
You said
it's
Godna.
because you're supposed to be a character. I'm sorry.
Wait, look. I'm not Minutea. Minutea is me, but Godna is. I am Godna. Anyway, yeah, Minutea. I'm a small cat. Kind of leaving the sand continent. Not, where I'm supposed to be, but yeah, I have wings because that's kind of a neat thing, and I'm a fairy type. I kind of have that Egyptian Sphinx thing going on, and I like to loaf on tall places. The higher, the better. Sometimes they move, and it turns out I was loafing on a Pokemon. They usually get annoyed and tell me to get away from them.
Hey, Digimon King 123, welcome to the stream. You're still streaming. I got notification you were streaming at 1:0, and now it's what the fuck. No, I actually just started streaming. You see, it's because Twitch notifications are fucking terrible. That means you got the notification, you did whatever. I'm sorry. Basically, no. I started another stream. Whatever. Good now.
Yes. Hi.
You are playing as a character who is a Pokemon from the world of Pokemon. You are doing something very rare. You are not playing a human isekai into the world of Mystery Dungeon.
Yes. Which is a rare example of, for once, the character knows more about the world than I do.
Yes, which is gonna be rather complicated.
Yep. But at the same time, I'm playing a relatively young character, so not knowing some things makes some sense.
So, I have a couple important questions before we actually begin.
Yes.
Your intro is already written, but your answers may force me to really quickly, I basically have written about 118 pages of potential intro stuff for you.
118 pages for me?
Yes.
Wow, that's a lot.
And out of these, probably only 40 is going to be used according to what you will answer to these questions.
Okay.
So, good enough.
Yes.
Your character is, you said that your character is from the Sand Continent, correct?
Yes.
I have a very important question about this.
Shoot.
When did you leave? Like, how long ago have you left?
Not too long ago. I don't know how far away stuff is, but...
The continents are pretty far away from each other if you are not using Lapras or Gyarados.
Okay, But I do have the advantage of the fact I can fly, so, you know, some
That is
distance-
true, but let's just say that your average Pidgeotto falls into the ocean before he makes it between water continent and the air continent, which are, by the way, next to each other.
Yes. And as cat, I do my best to avoid. I'd probably stick to mostly overland routes where I can. So, like, if I can't see land from the other side, I'm much less likely.
Have you
But
ever
anyway,
seen the World of Mystery Dungeon?
No, actually, I've never seen that world map before. Well, I mean, I've seen this map here. a few
Oh,
times, but-
this is just like a background. This is actually air continent,
Ah,
which is
Well,
not relevant. Which is not relevant because the group literally just left. Anyway.
Yep. In that case, no, I have not seen the continent.
Come on, road map. What? There we go. Here, I will send you a link to the world map, to the currently known world map of Mystery Dungeon.
Okay, give me 1 second. Discord's acting up a little.
What do you mean?
Oh, when I click it on the start bar, it's all grayed out, so I have to pull it up from the little icon in the bottom right.
Ah, classic Discord.
It's weird, it's dumb, but I can use it.
Ah, I cannot wait for us to replace Discord with something that works better.
Indeed.
But yes. Tell me when you open the world map.
I have just opened the world map.
Okay, if you zoom out a little bit, you will notice that there are continents, correct?
Yes.
You can see that the second continent is in the down left corner of the world map, correct?
Bottom left, yep.
Yes. The campaign is mostly set on the grass continent.
Okay. I have to ask this because it's not always an assumed. It is properly a globe, so like the world wraps around, right?
Yes, but the area that you see is only about 30% of the planet.
Ah, okay, so, just going and heading west won't result in me popping up in the east side of the
Well, you
grass.
see, if you go west and you fly for long enough, Palkia is going to show up and kill you.
Yeah, and I don't want to pick a fight with Palkia. He's scary.
Yeah, because the gods don't actually want people to leave this 30% of the world map. And we don't actually know why. We are probably never gonna know why, because Mystery Dungeon 5 is never going to come out.
Okay. So if we ever meet Palkia, don't ask him, because then you'd have to give a non-canon answer. Gotcha.
Well, I would say something like... well, there's actually a pretty easy way to answer this. In character for him. Because my father told me to.
Okay, alright. Hard to beat a divine mandate.
Yeah. They don't actually know why they are doing the thing they are doing. They're just doing it because Daddy told them.
Yep. Well,
This
that's
is literally in character with Super Mystery Dungeon.
I need to play the entire series. I've only played the first.
I still need to play GTI, even though I know so much about GTI's story that it's actually funny.
That said, I've probably left at least a year ago, maybe more.
Alright. So, Godna,
Yes.
where did you go immediately? Because if you would leave the Sand Continent and went straight for Grass Continent, if you look at the world map, that is quite a voyage.
Indeed. I do have one quick question.
Go.
Because I'm kind of doing the Sphinx aesthetic. Does this world have any kind of thing, kind of pyramidy? Just so I know roughly where I'd be starting. Otherwise, I'll assume kind of.
There literally are pyramid-like structures on the Sand Continent.
Okay. In that case, probably starting from there, I'd probably eventually headed northeast and sort of followed the island chain over there.
Okay.
So, yep. Probably just kind of, yeah.
So you left about a year ago, right? So in about a year, you would actually cross this entire thing if you were just using ships and walking. That's how this small this actually is. Basically, all of the continents for a human, from what I understand, every single one of these continents is about half the size of like Australia.
Okay.
From what I understand.
That's actually bigger than expected, but alright.
Yeah, they're pretty big, but also Pokemon have weird like endurance when it comes to like walking.
Mm-hmm.
But yes.
Okay.
But one way or another, you have basically traveled the entire world, in a way. Entire known world. You will get a taste of just about every culture of every continent. And you would learn how every continent is different. Every continent has different weather. The Pokemon there, well, these days they are very mixed up, but you know, there are some species that are prevalent in different areas. Maybe the language is slightly different, and the one thing that's very different between the places is, for instance, clothes. You see, on the Sand Continent, a lot of individuals are wearing what you would imagine. You know, sandy clothes, right? You know, very protective against the sun.
Lots of white baggy style clothes meant to help protect you from exposure to the sun, and yeah, I get you.
But the moment you would cross into the Mist Continent, you would notice that there's a lot of, well, you see, Mist Continent is basically ex-Unova.
X what?
Unova. You know, black and white.
Oh, yeah. Ah, okay, so form... No. Okay.
And because of that, you can imagine that, all I'm saying is there's a gangster group there that literally wears aviators. And they are all flying types.
Yep. Well, I mean, I'm not saying that the impressionable young youth would have attempted to do the aviator thing, but I could see him attempting to fit in with the cool kids.
But yes. Another thing that you would very quickly learn is it's actually nicer everywhere than in your homeland. You see, on the Sand Continent, life is difficult. There's not a lot of water, and there's a lot of dragon types. And because of that, life is very hard. The more far away you get from the from the Sand Continent, the easier life gets.
Wow, I lived in a shithole.
Yes, yes, if you want to know, in the community, people basically refer to the Sand Continent as basically the hell of Mystery Dungeon, where everything just fucking sucks. Where the weather wants you dead, the predators want you dead, the politics want you dead, and even the people who are trying to protect you are about as likely to blackmail you into making more Pokesh out of you.
Yeah. Man, that sounds about right. It is kind of the litter box of the world, yeah.
But yes, eventually, you would make it onto the Grass Continent. Grass Continent is kinda famous. It has the single strongest guild in the world. It has basically the guild association HQ there. It is also kinda famous because it was one of the most important, a place of one of the most important events in modern Mystery Dungeon history, i.e. the Time Gear incident. But this is not really to you. Let's just say that it would take you like 9, maybe 8 months to arrive at Grass Continent.
Okay.
And you would learn that, you know, for the most part it's civilized, though the further south you go, the less civilized it gets.
Okay.
You would see Treasure City, which is a massive bustling city of many thousands of Pokemon.
Oh, wow. That's the most Pokemon I've ever seen in one place.
Actually, no, because you see, Treasure City is about, well, it's only slightly bigger than Sandstone, which is basically the capital of the Sand Continent.
Ah.
Which is massive city, filled with shit tons of Pokemon, And it is mostly built out of sandstone, hence the name.
That makes sense.
But yeah, in Treasure City, you know, you will probably exist for a little bit. How would your character make money?
Good question. I imagine he's somewhat of an adventurous sort, so he'd probably end up doing a lot of scavenging and exploring.
So, there are many organizations in the world of Mystery Dungeon these days. You have Survey Corps, which literally just go into unknown places, survey it up so that the guilds can eventually go in and figure out if there's anything to take or if the area is safe enough to live in.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have guilds. I'm pretty sure I don't have to tell you about guilds.
Yep, because I have in fact played a Pokemon game, a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game.
Good.
One.
You also have rescue rangers, though those are less of a thing these days as guilds have kind of taken up that thing themselves in a way. Though some Pokemon do refer to themselves as rescue teams and they specifically focus on, well, rescuing Pokemon from dungeons or difficult situations like being stuck on a mountain.
Mm-hmm.
There's also, you know, traders, you know. There's not just Geklians anymore, by the way. There's like all kinds of traders. There's entire groups dedicated to building. There's would you care to be into the idea of like thievery and being like a roguish and, you know, taking from others?
Nah. Minutia's actually a pretty kind-hearted person. Well, Mon.
Now, there's also a lot of freelance mercenaries, essentially, who basically do just about any contract as long as it pays. And they usually do not join up with like a guild or survey corps or anything like that, because that's a lot of baggage, that's a lot of strings, and some Pokemon don't want that.
Okay. I could see Minutia having initially helped out with some of the survey corps just because, hey, he's got wings and being able to fly over and take a look at places from a distance seems relatively safe and, hey, good way to see places.
Alright. So let's just say that you were working in Treasure City, maybe like helping some survey teams, maybe working as a freelancer for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But yes. At this point, it would be about 10 months into your journey. And you would hear weird things about some kind of group of humans that revived a guild far to the south of Treasure City, known as Capim Guild.
Okay.
You would also probably, like, would you go to like Spinda's Cafe or whatever? Would you like sometimes go there to drink with the others?
Yeah.
You will probably hear some weird stories about how that place used to be. You know, it is like a cursed guild because it had several different guild masters who tried to revive it or start it, and they all failed horribly.
Then why do they keep trying to revive that specific guild then?
Nobody knows.
Okay.
But yeah, like one of them failed because they turned it into like a weird cult. One of them failed because of it falling apart because of drugs.
Okay.
Yeah, and it is, honestly, right now, the current guild is actually going pretty strong, but everyone would be hush-hush, basically going, you know, when is it going to fall apart, considering this has happened 3 times in the past already.
Mm-hmm. Well, so far it just kind of sounds a bit like back home. You know, you've got sometimes they break into the drugs, sometimes they break into the creepy cult. I kind of want to take a look.
Alright. So, would you eventually decide to go to Capim?
Mm-hmm.
So, on your way to Capim, you would quite literally be informed on the road between Capim and Treasure City that Treasure City got attacked.
Wow, I left at just the right time.
Yes. Would you return? Or would you, you know... would you, like, continue your journey?
The question would then immediately ask, attacked by what?
Reducted.
They don't know what attacked them?
No, they know, but no one, until a couple days later, Lucario would not actually tell people yet.
Unfortunately, MCAT and curiosity does tend to be my downfall. So, on one hand, I really want to check out that new guild, but they'll probably still be up, and if they're not, well, I get to bring back the stories of how they fell. But on the other hand, mysterious unknown thing attacks the city I just left. I gotta go with the curiosity. I gotta know what the mysterious unknown thing is.
So, upon your arrival back at the Treasure City, this would take you about a day of basically going back, you would learn that the battle was already over. The battle was actually going for only a couple hours. But you would learn that everything was turned to stone.
Oh, wow.
Yes, the entire Sharpie the Bluff and the entire city was turned to stone. And as you would be there, the guild would essentially be in a very difficult way, turning everything back from stone. The guild would also be very hush-hush about the entire situation, but some of the witnesses would tell you that there was a weird red and black bird that turned everything to stone.
Oh. Okay, so big red black bird turned a bunch of stuff to stone. What happened? Did they get defeated? Did they get fought off? What happened?
A weird deer godlike figure appeared, helped several teams defeated.
Okay. Red and black bird, weak to deer. Gotcha. Alright. I guess, does anyone need any help here?
I mean, the teams around here would both be hush-hush, also extremely thankful if we would help them, as they do need literally any set of hands, paws, hooves, magic, you name it.
Fortunately, I have paws.
Yeah. You would know that the process of returning individuals from stone is to use very rare water from a place called Luminous Spring.
Okay. Well, I'm willing to help out with that.
The entire process would take about a week, and over the span, eventually Lucario's guild would actually inform the entire world that Treasure City was attacked by none other than Vivettle, that attacked the world about 10 cycles earlier.
Ah. Okay.
But this time, she was stopped before she could cause too much damage. By the way, what we are talking about is currently Super Mystery Dungeon event, where Vivettle, essentially with the help of something that nobody wants to talk about, essentially killed about 40% of the world's population.
Okay. Well, I'm glad to be in the 60% survivors.
Oh, you were not... I would assume you were probably not even alive at the time? Like,
Okay.
how old are you?
I don't know a good lifespan for Meowths. I'm fairly
Meowths
young.
usually live up to 40 years.
Okay, in that case, probably 2 or 3. Like, I'm young.
Yeah.
But not like, yeah.
Yeah, like, I would assume adult Meowths are considered like at like 5 or 6.
In that case, probably 3 or 4.
Okay.
Like, I'm not... I shouldn't be out on my own, but I very much kind of am a wandering cat.
But yeah, so long story short, the individuals and buildings, etc. that were not damaged during the attack could be brought back. But those statues that got damaged, well, they are gone forever.
How damaged are we talking about? Like, would a scratch in one stop it?
As in, like, when Vivettle stepped on them when she was fighting.
Okay, so broken is too far.
Yeah, broken is too far. Like, let's say, in Super Mystery Dungeon, they basically said if the Pokemon's leg is removed from the statue, the statue is gone. The Pokemon is dead, basically.
Okay. Kind of tragic.
Yeah, it was very tragic. For instance, there was a very old Lady Charizard that was there for almost 100 years. Sadly, did not survive the attack. She was a member of the Guild Association, and she was one of the few members that everyone actually kinda liked.
Well, that's a sad story.
Eh, it is what it is. You would know that everyone would be sad, but very quickly everyone would move on, because this is Mystery Dungeon universe and these things just happen. Again, remember, 10 years ago, before you were born, the world went through a horrifying calamity.
Yeah. I'm beginning to think. Well, I'm definitely thinking that bird is a big jerk.
Yes. But yeah, about a week later, everything would be fixed up, and you would know that the guild essentially kind of took the city over, mostly because a lot of repairs needed to be done, and the guild association was heavily damaged, not to mention had big casualties, and because of that, right now nobody is actually controlling the guilds, in a way.
Huh. Well, that's. I'm sure that's fine.
But yeah, after the fact, would you continue your journey to Capim?
Yeah.
Alright, your intro session begins on the road towards Capim. What you believe is the road towards Capim. You have been on the road for about a week now. You would have met many people who were leaving Church City and, you know, going to different villages and towns, like for instance Capim. And generally people are anywhere between sad but also eager and excited about a new stage in their life. Again, you would probably have this mentality as well, especially as someone from the Sand Continent, where the Sand Continent mentality is enjoy every day because it could be your last.
Yep. It's also cat mentality.
Yes. But yes. Meowth.
Yeah.
You cross over a hill that has a familiar flag. Well, not to you familiar, but to everyone else watching this in the future, a familiar flag of a palm tree on an island. And as you cross it from the hill, you can see Capim Town. A very strange town that is almost entirely built into trees.
I hope they don't mind if I end up scratching up some of those trees. They look like scratching posts.
Do you know what Capim Town looks like?
No.
Oh yeah, give me a moment. Capim Town. Well, in the games, it looks like this. Oh, I cannot get a good picture. Oh, okay. In art and such, it looks kind of like this. It is quite literally a town that is built into trees, and it has like bridges between some of the higher level areas, and generally it's kind of in the middle of a jungle.
That's really nice.
Yeah, it's also about 10 times small, maybe probably even more, like maybe 11 times smaller than Treasure City.
Yep. And fortunately, Minutea likes these small towns. And the fact that there's lots of big, tall, high up places just kind of perch and loaf.
Yes. If you want to know, Capim Town, so the southern grass content is canonically what became of Alola.
Yeah.
So you are actually technically, when you went on that route from Treasure City to Capim, you actually crossed into Alola.
Neat.
And because of that, you will see quite a lot of monkeys.
Yep. Cat don't like monkey. But he is polite enough to keep it to himself.
Now, in this entire area, the grass continent, kind of has a reputation on the Sand Continent where you come from. grass continent people are seen as incredibly weak because they just are. They don't need to fight anymore because grass continent for the most part is almost completely tamed.
Mm-hmm. They don't need to fight very much. Everything kind of got civilized.
But yeah, standing on that hill, you see a road that leads into Capim. At the very center of the town, you can see that there is, well, there's a big, there's like a big stump that you can walk onto. And it has shops, stalls, nearby there seems to be some kind of cafe. And you can even see that there is a road that leads uphill into one of the bigger trees where you are pretty sure a guild is. You can tell because it has the guild seal on the banner.
Yep, that must be the seal of that one guild that I heard all those rumors about.
Yep.
I do want to check it out, but the cafe would probably be a good place to hear some local rumors too.
So gonna change music to Capim music.
Okay, so
Yes, by the way, in
gonna...
Super Mystery Dungeon, every town and village and everything has fucking its own music.
Good to know. Well, this is nice and happy. I'm gonna go check out the cafe, hear about any kind of local rumors and stuff, and at some point go visit the guild.
Alright. So you enter Capim Town.
Yep.
You can see that there's quite a lot of both very old and very young folk.
Huh.
Yeah, you from Treasure City you would know that Capim is kind of referred to as like a retirement home.
Oh, that's nice. I like things easy going.
Yeah, and yeah, you just see. You would probably have to dodge quite a lot of small Pokemon as they are constantly running back and forth, causing trouble.
Yeah. After one or two attempts at dodging him, I just kind of take to the air.
All right.
Nope. Despite being a kid himself, he does not handle well when it comes to others running around.
Well, you are basically like a young adult, whereas when I'm talking about kids, we are talking like a 1-year-old, maybe not even 1-year-old Pichus and, you know, monkeys.
I'm basically at that that phase of teen that I can't be seen around the little kids because that's not cool.
But yeah. You make your way very close to the center of the town, and like I said, there's several roads that lead in many different directions. Weirdly enough, you notice that the signs here are actually written in unknown language rather than paw print.
Ooh. Yep. And I believe during the character creation phase, I did mention that I can read unknown.
Yeah.
So that's neat.
Yeah, you would know that the unknown language is basically what's kind of like the old archaic language that paw print was formed out of.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow, it's weird to see so many signs like this.
But yeah, the cafe that you see, well, it is not a cafe at all. It is actually called the Meow Meow Bar.
Yep, blank stare. Am I allowed in bars? But meow meow. It seems that means cat. Well, I mean, I'll just go in, and if I get thrown out, it's fine. Walk on in like I belong here.
All right. You enter the Meow Meow Bar, and as you enter, you can see that there's well, it looks new, and like something has happened and needed to be remodeled. It's like like when you walk past the tables and such, they still smell new, like newly cut.
Fresh cut wood. Well, somewhat fresh cut wood is a pleasant smell, so I take it in.
All right. There's not actually that many Pokemon here. Mostly just eating, talking to each other. You can see that there's quite a lot of people from the guild here.
Oh wow.
And when I say a lot, it mostly looks like there's a lot of them, but they get very loud and very overexcited while planning. Basically,
Okay.
they have a lot of like energy. compared to the people who are very obviously not guildies, who are just kind of minding their own business. At the counter, you can see that there are 2 Pokemon, a Meowth and a Skorupi. A Skorupi has a suit, whereas the Meowth, well, all she has is a little scarf around her neck.
Whereas, you know, Minutea is very plainly dressed, like very clearly loose-fitting because he likes to be able to have a range of movement because both cat and wings. So mostly kind of wearing a scarf.
All right, moment. We're going to move characters away, but I'm also trying not. I'm also trying not to fuck up the positions because the positions are important. I'm going to steal your model.
No, okay.
Up. And where do I have your Meowth? There she is. But yes, like I said, you find Meowth at a counter. She's currently in the process of cleaning mugs and glasses.
Yep. Well, yeah, looking around because you know once I've confirmed she's not busy, I do approach.
All right.
Yep.
Where do I have Skorup? Where do I have Skorupi boy? Yeah, Skorupi. A lot of people don't even know who Skorupi is, by the way. Please tell me you know.
In terms of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, or in terms of like Pokemon?
No, like in general, because like last time I said the word Skorupi before I showed the model, no one actually knew what the fuck this Pokemon is. Completely forgotten about.
I actually do know this one.
I am happy.
Admittedly, it's mostly because of Pokemon it evolves into.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm familiar with it.
I mean, this literally evolves into a Pokemon that is part of the team AWD.
Well, in my case, I just remember it being a pain in the butt when it evolves the times I've had to deal with it. But yeah.
But yeah.
I am familiar with Skorupi.
But yeah.
It also helps the fact that I think it was in Diamond and Pearl. No.
Yeah, sorry, you mean Platinum?
I played Pearl. Which is a shame.
I am really sorry for your loss because you literally played an unfinished version of the game.
Yeah.
You see, okay, so the whole third version of the game, right? You know, like, with most of the games before, you know, it's not that much of a big deal, you know, like, I understand someone enjoying, like, gold or silver over crystal and such, right? But Platinum is so important.
Yeah, I saw all the changes, like, on one hand, I'm kind of happy I played Pearl because I figured one day I'd eventually get around to playing Platinum, but I just never got a chance.
I recommend it. Yeah, because you see, the villain of that generation in Pearl and Diamond barely has a character. In Platinum, he is so much character, I actually feel sorry for him.
Well, I'll have to give that a look then.
Because he entirely wants to restart the world in his image because he believes that he's so flawed that only he could make a better world because only someone as flawed as him could make a better world.
Neat.
Anyway, that doesn't matter because that person doesn't... You know, Cyrus doesn't exist here. But yeah, you see Meowth. She looks, well, she looks like your average Meowth. She looks like she's about, not old lady, but in human terms, kind of like a lady in her 50s.
Okay. Upper end of middle-aged.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you approach, she just looks at you, expecting you to say something.
Hi, I'm kind of new in the region. I don't, so I don't really know any of the local specials or anything. Anything you can recommend?
She looks up and down and says, I mean, are you alright with drinking any of our berry juices or anything? Or are you looking for food?
Well, I admit I'm actually allergic to berries, but
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a rare problem to have.
Yeah, but it means I get to try lots of interesting foods. Um, eh, but I guess with that in mind, is there anything that, like, yeah, any like local specials or anything that you guys do that you'd recommend?
Uh, she's actually going to like bend down and she's going to pull out what appears to be a green bottle and say, I mean, we do have a Aspir wine here. It should not hurt you because, well, it has to be cooked in order to be made.
All right, I'll give it a shot.
Alright. She puts down the bottle.
Okay, and I would pay as well as ask. I've heard a lot of things about the local guild, mostly the old ones, but I haven't heard too much about the new guild. They seem pretty lively.
I mean, yes, I had quite a few run-ins with them, obviously. I mean, most of their guild eats here. She quietly looks towards the corner with the loud individuals. You can see that there's a very, very loud Riolu that is currently bossing around a Cubone and a Poplio.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I meant by real. They seem kind of lively. He smiles. Minutia kind of smiles as he looks over and watches for a bit.
But yes, if you're interested in them, I would recommend just going there. They're pretty alright.
Okay. I admit part of why I was here is to kind of get a vibe check on the area, just because, well, not everyone's super welcome to people just kind of walking in and looking around.
Yes, especially considering what you are.
Yeah, that is true. Minutia kind of self-consciously flutters his wings and pulls them close, because, yeah, it's kind of hard to miss the wings in the room.
She's actually going to shake her head and say, don't worry. We have many abnormals here in Capim.
Yeah. That's good to know, because, yeah, I kind of caught a fair bit of flack. I'm not even a normal type at all.
What do you mean?
Oh, well, I mean, besides the wings, kind of, fairy?
Huh. I wonder how that happened.
Well, I mean, I'm sure you already know that, you know, the birds and the combis, so that happens, and here I am.
She's going to blink and just say, yes, I happen to know very well.
Yep, so that's how it happened.
Alright.
Just a happy smile.
Are you gonna want to have any kind of food with that, by the way? I should probably warn you. It can be kind of strong and it sneaks up on you.
He nods definitely, because he's already learned the do not drink on an empty stomach lesson. Yep.
Yes. I said I cannot offer you our specialty orangeberry sauce, but I could just I think I have a couple of Finians in the bag that I could make you.
Okay. Yep. That would be appreciated.
Alright. With that meal and with the bottle there, that's going to be 115 Pokesh.
Yep. And where's my... did I have it? Right, one second. Out of character. I'm trying to figure out if I had written down anywhere on the sheet. Okay, so I should need to check the notepad then. No, I put in documents because I never put anything in documents. Did I?
By the way, we can hear the tabletop's music from you.
Yep. Well, if it helps, just imagine him actually humming along to the song. Let's see. Where did I put that? Alright. I will, of course, pay, because, you know, honest cat. I'm just making sure I mark that down. So you can see it on the desktop. I have the character stuff, I just did not save how much money I had, so...
Oh.
I was going to assume that... Yep, I'm just going to assume that shortly after this, I'm nearly broke.
I mean,
'Cause I'm a-
I would assume so, because you are not part of a guild. That means you don't actually have a stable income.
Yep, and I am okay with that. Like, enough to have a meal or so before, you know, arriving and trying to make a new living. I accept that, yeah.
Alright, so what she's going to make for you is basically fried Finian together with a little bit of gravy and together with these strange potato-based pancakes.
Well, you say strange. I've had them. I've had potato pancakes. They're tasty.
Well, you are not. So berries
Yeah.
and general produce that grows with grass content, you would be rather unfamiliar with because
Right.
they only grow on this continent.
Yep. Just because, you know, just poking at the pancakes before trying them. And then, upon finding everything absolutely delicious, this bar has acquired another patron as soon as I get settled in.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, when she said that she's gonna make it, you would see that it was mostly Scorpy making it.
Yep.
You have no idea how he is making it while also looking pretty dapper in a suit.
The answer is practice, and lots of it.
Also, in the kitchen, you know, through the open door, you would see that they also have. Oh god, what is the cow Pokemon called again? God damn it.
Which one, male or female?
Miltank. You would also see that they have a Miltank in the back that has a chef's head.
Interesting.
But yeah, you will be given your food, you would be given your bottle, and then Scorpio would take you towards an empty table. Would sit down.
Yep. And I will enjoy my meal.
It's pretty alright, actually. Maybe a little bit over-seasoned. You are used to not as much seasoning from the Sand Continent, especially from the Air Continent, where they almost done season. On the Mist Continent, you know that they over-season as well. Honestly, Grass Continent and Mist Continent, they over-season everything.
Okay. Yep. I'm just imagining the first time the cat tried spicy food.
Yeah. Now, in the Mist Continent, everything is too fucking sweet. Here, everything is too fucking spicy.
Yep. I am reminded now of a story in my youth of a cat, you know, eating a spicy some spicy meat, dropping it, hissing at it, smacking it with her paw, and then taking another bite only to repeat the chain. I'm imagining Minutea doing that.
Alright. But yeah. You would just, you know, do your food. Would you actually drink that wine that she gave you?
Yes.
Oh, in that case, you need to do me a first check of your experience.
Huzzah. What am I rolling?
You need to do me a vitality plus survival plus... you need to do me vitality, survival, and athletic check.
Okay. Oh, alright. And because I took that one trait, natural, like, get, like, 8 more dice. So... Okay. And the bottom right there. Okay. Now I just roll all these.
Yep, everything above 3 is a pass, everything below 4 is a fail.
3 inclusive or not?
3 is fail, 4 is pass.
Okay.
That means you have,
7
what,
pass.
7? Yeah, 7 passes.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so... it's actually rather mild. Okay, so it is strong, don't get me wrong. But the flavor of the wine is really mild and kinda dry.
Huh.
Considering it was made out of the berry. You also don't drink it out of the glass. Oh. What was that?
Sorry, that was just my alarm. That was just my alarm reminding me not to oversleep.
Oh. Now, weirdly enough, you don't actually drink this from, like, a glass or anything. You were actually given, like, these weird Very flat bowls. You're supposed to be drinking it from that.
MCAT, I immediately understood how to drink from a long flat bowl.
All right.
Just lapping that up like milk. Not appreciating the dry flavor, but hey, at the same time.
What flavor do Meows usually like?
I was just gonna go with the nature, so I believe Naive likes sweet flavor and dislikes bitter.
Okay.
So the young cat likes sweets. Who knew?
Hey man, you know the is cat will cat.
Love the Mist Continent.
But yeah. Fun fact, the thing about this, so this is not just Unova, it's also Carlos. Yeah, in Mystery Dungeon, the guys at Spike Chancellor basically memed on Americans, and they basically combined America with France. Creating what is commonly referred to as literal hell.
Well, I mean, at least the food would be good. Fattening is all hell, but good.
Yep. Because I don't know if you've ever been to France, but my god, the sweets are delicious and very filling.
Never actually been to France.
Okay, never go to like any kind of sugary place. You will die. You will actually, you will enter and then you leave with diabetes.
Weirdly enough, like I as a kid I used to love sweets, but I can't. Nowadays it's all about the salt for me.
Yeah, see, I like sweets, I just cannot eat them because of my heart condition.
Yeah, that makes sense. Sorry to hear that though.
It's okay. Like when I was in France and I went to like one of these like you know, basically sugary places, right? You know, into like a bakery, but without only baking. I left with a bag of 10 eclairs, and they were like filled with cream, chocolate, like nut sauce, and they were covered in like 4 different types of sprinkles.
Oh wow!
It was like actually the sweetest shit I ever had in my life.
Well, I mean, I once ate a bowl of American cereal. I specify American because we have our cereal is basically just sugar, but I ate it with a I basically, instead of pouring milk in, poured in eggnog because we didn't have milk.
Oh my god!
And me being a little kid thought, yeah, it's the same thing.
All right.
So you know.
But you would finish your meal. You would drink your alcoholic beverage.
That said, if it's dry and kind of mild, I'm basically just kind of imagining a milder gin.
Well, it's heavily based of like dry sakes.
Ah.
Because you know, while this is Alola, it is also connected to what used to be Hoenn.
Fair enough.
I guess in Mystery Dungeon, Japanese finally got that Hawaii they wanted so much in Second World War.
They touched the boats. Anyway, memes aside, I've had my meal, I've had my drink. Now let's go to visit a guild.
Alright. As you would leave, you would see Skorupi immediately show up out of nowhere and grab everything that was left behind by you.
Yep. Cue this the cat floofing up in surprise because the sudden appearance of Bug.
Yep, Skorupi looks at you. He's not blinking, by the way, and he just nods and says, "I hope you enjoyed the stay."
I did.
Goodbye. Please come again.
That's it. He's Minutia's slightly meek about the whole thing, not because Bug, but because poison.
Yep.
Yep. Just make my way out.
Yeah.
Once outside, adjust my fur so that I'm not quite all floofed out.
But yeah. You're outside and, yeah, just normal day in Capim right now.
Enjoying the sun and, making a lazy walk over to the, guild. Whereas normally Minutia flies quite a bit, because, he's got the wings, he enjoys having them, he loves flying, but, a good meal and everything, he's feeling that lazy walk energy.
So, hey, MP, welcome to the stream. So yes, I will take that hydration alert. Give me a moment. Thank you very much for reminding me to drink. The cat drinks in the game, I forget to drink myself. Alright. But yeah, so you are walking towards the guild.
Yep.
Alright. The path towards the guild takes you a few minutes. It is uphill, so that's a little annoying. But very quickly you can see that the guild building has a weirdly aggressive purple flag with a green island and green palm tree over it.
Huh.
And the entire guild, well, it's built into a really big ancient tree. It also has flowers just about everywhere. Honestly, this looks really nice. And there is the usual common, mission board right outside of the main door. And on the main door, in 3 different languages, you can see that it says open.
Okay. Well, I approach. They're open, so it's not like I'm going anywhere that I shouldn't be.
You notice that the
And-
door has a smaller door for smaller Pokemon.
Yes, and in proper cat-like fashion, I hold up a bit and wait for someone else to open the door.
No one will
Before
open the
deciding-
door for like 10 minutes.
Well, it's just that case. Fortunately, during that 10 minutes, I make up in my mind if I want to actually be inside or not before someone opening the door, and I go ahead and slip on in.
Alright. Give me a moment. Change music. So, Minutea.
Minutia.
So, I'm sorry, I look at your name, I'm like, that's Minutea.
I'm aware.
But yeah, how do you pronounce it again?
Minutia.
Minutia. I will try to remember, it's gonna take me a bit.
Not a problem.
But yeah, you enter the main lobby of the building. The main well, the further inside, it looks exactly what you imagined. There's all the vines everywhere, you know. It is made out of wood. There is actually, so weird enough, there's these like weird cushions that kind of look like beanbag cushions. Yep. This is like tiny, you know those like Japanese tables that have like warming underneath them? There's like 3 of them in the main lobby. And there is a counter, and behind the counter, sitting in a chair, you can see a Pokemon you've never seen before. Because it is incredibly rare everywhere but here. You can see this Pokemon. He's smiling.
Lizard.
Yes, he's smiling. He's currently in the process of writing something down on a stack of papers.
Yep. Well, for now, you know, kind of appreciate looking around. He seems a little busy, and I'm just kind of taking it in. This guild seems pretty nice, considering the rumors about the past ones. So, yeah. Looks kind of nice. So, you know, after a bit, I kind of do approach.
Alright, do you approach the lizard?
Yes, because lizard.
Alright, as you approach the lizard, he stops everything he's doing. He fixes himself up. He checks his posture. He smiles at you and says, "Hello. Welcome to the Capim Guild, also known as Tropics Guild. What can I do for you?"
Well, I'm just kind of looking around. I'm new to town, and I'm sure you get this a lot, considering the rumors about some of the old ones, the old Capim guilds. I mean,
He's actually going to nod and say, "We would prefer you not remind us."
Well, I mean, for what it's worth, it already seems much nicer than those rumors would have had. You know, me think.
But yes,
Honestly, this seems really cozy.
thank you. Most of the art and most of the vines and flowers here were done by either Sneasel or Servine from our guild.
Well, it looks really nice.
But yes, what is it that you want? By the way, what is your name?
Hi, my name is Minutea. I'm a Meowth.
You see, write it down on some kind of report paper.
Do you have to do a report every time you meet somebody, or?
He's actually going to nod and say, "I report on every Pokemon coming and going and everyone appearing. It is my job."
Okay, yep. I guess that makes sense. Security is probably pretty important. Yep. So, what kind of guild is this Capim guild?
Well, we are a guild.
Yes, but like, what kind of stuff do you guys primarily do? Or is it just like a bit of anything?
He thinks about it, then looks at you and says, "Well, we do missions. We help Pokemon that other guilds cannot help, or don't have the time."
Ah, you help out the little guys. That's nice.
He nods, like me. You see, I am actually a son of a pretty dangerous Pokemon.
Oh, do tell.
I'm not sure my mom would be very happy if I told on her.
I understand that.
Don't worry, you're
mom
probably
was-
going to meet her one day.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing? You did say that she's kind of dangerous.
He smiles and says, "She's the sweetest Salazzle ever."
Blink, blink. Alright. Now, I'm going to ask, what's a Salazzle?
Ah, Salazzle is, well, what I will become one day.
Oh,
It's
okay.
the next evolution of me. It's like me, but bigger. And wonderful.
Oh.
And really nice looking. And perfect.
Okay. Yep.
By the way, you can tell he's male.
Yep. I get that. Minutea doesn't. Like, because like he doesn't know anything about Salazzles. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, honestly, yep, I hope that goes well for you. I admit I'm not too looking forward to being a Persian. I'm kind of worried I'll lose my wings.
Oh, why would you lose your wings?
I mean, you just kind of full body shrug. Uncharted territory here.
You see him just like look over you, then smell the air, then nod to himself and say, "You're from the Sand Continent. You have been on other
Yes.
continents. And I'm guessing you are about 6 cycles old."
Out of character. How long is the cycle
Here.
comparatively?
That's what in Mystery
Okay,
Dungeon a year is called.
You're a little high on that, but you're pretty close enough.
Ah. Well, I did
Yep.
my best. I'm still learning.
Well, you did really good. I mean, I am from the Sand Continent. Yep, my mom protects the pyramid. My dad was a very brave bird.
Ah. So that means you're a pharaoh.
No, I am not. I still have all my faculties and stuff. I'm
Oh.
smart.
Okay, in Mystery Dungeon, a pharaoh is basically a slang word referring to someone who is not a civilized Pokemon.
I thought it was a case of like the ones that have gone crazy in the mystery dungeon. I thought that's what they were about.
No. Fun fact, you would refer to crazy Pokemon in Mystery Dungeon that you kill by hundreds? They are not actually crazy, fun fact.
Oh.
No, they are just in the first game, they are just angry because of the shit Rayquaza is doing. In the second game, it's the Time Gear stuff, basically getting everyone stressed the fuck out. In GTI, it's literally Bitter Cold turning everyone evil. And in Super Mystery Dungeon, well, it's the end of the fucking world.
Okay, so we're just putting down innocent mons that are a little bit upset. Okay, well, that fits the vibe. Man, in case response, I mean, I'm not like, I'm not exactly uncivilized. Just huff.
He smiles and says, "It's okay. I'm a feral too."
Yeah, well, yeah, just because I can handle myself in a scuff doesn't mean I can't handle myself in a city either, though.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
are you from Sandstone?
Uh, actually, not quite. I'm a little bit outside of there.
Ah, that's
I
good.
mean, I visited the city a few times, but
That's good.
not from.
I'm actually supposed to be reporting everyone that comes here and that they say that they're from Sandstone.
Oh, well, why is that?
Because our guild and the guild there have been having a little bit of a scuffle.
Yeah, that makes sense. They're jerks. Then again, pretty much everyone in that litter box is.
What's a
I'm not
litter
supposed to
box?
say things. It's a place where if you're civilized, you go and poop and bury it.
He tilts his head and says, "You mean the toilet?"
Yes, but we don't have as much water there, so
You don't have water?
I mean you do, but much less. It's a desert continent.
You know, I guess that kind of makes sense that there would be no water on a place called the Sand Continent.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I've never been to Sand Continent. It's really far away.
Honestly, I kind of took the long way getting here, but it's been kind of nice seeing all the different places in the world.
He suddenly looks up, smiling, thinking, and says, "I've actually never been anywhere further away than my old home in this town."
Well, where's your old home? And I'll tell you about all the other places I've been.
Oh, it's called the World Abyss.
Blink, blink. Well, fortunately for you, I've never been there.
Ah,
So
it's...
you can maybe tell me a bit about your place, and I'll tell you about the places I've been.
Oh, my place is really nice. I used to live there with my mom and my 118 siblings.
No, it's you know, considering the place that you're from and the fact that, that your mom's a strong Pokemon makes sense, I suppose.
Yeah. Some of them are my brothers and some of them are my uncles.
No sisters?
Oh, for some reason, every time a female Salandit is born, mom always eats them.
Huh.
The player probably is like, oh.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Concern. Yeah. Well, I guess it's probably for the best I don't meet that I don't meet your mom at some point. But yeah.
Oh, it's alright, you're a male.
Yes,
She-
I am.
She really likes male Pokemon.
He just has that quiet pause. Like, he's past the age of where your mother jokes are super common to be told for the funny, but you can tell that there's this stream that he's holding back to be polite.
By the way, Saladin has like completely like honest like look about him. He's not seeing anything weird or fucked up about anything he's saying.
Oh yeah. And for the most part, Minutia's naive enough that he isn't either. It's just the setup for your mama jokes. Just it's hard to resist the allure, but he managed it.
But yes. I've had the opportunity to make her happy at least 14 times before I left.
Okay, and what do you mean by that?
Oh, you know, like lick her all over.
Ah. Oh, okay. Your mother's one of those. And my mom's told me not to talk about or talk to these.
He's actually going to tilt his head and say, "What do you mean?"
Well, just some of the stuff mom said about grown moms that do that kind of thing. To be very careful and aware of them.
You are pretty sure you're seeing actual question marks around his head.
Just blink, 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 blink. Don't worry about it. It's just how my mom raised me shouldn't affect how your mom raises you.
Ah, you are saying the same thing as my guild mistress. She always says that she's happy that I am here and I'm not with my mom anymore.
Yeah. You know what? I am too. Because if you weren't here, I wouldn't have gotten to meet you.
Oh, I'm very happy to meet you as well. You seem nice.
I try to be.
Yeah, so much nicer than the other Meowth that was here.
Oh, there's another Meowth?
Yeah, she tried to kill one of our friends.
Oh. Yeah, that tracks. Some of my kind are real jerks. Others
Yeah.
are nice, though.
So to be honest, that one was very different from you.
So, you mentioned the guild mistress. What's she like?
Ah, she's a really nice Vaporeon. She's also a human.
Blink, blink. Yep, I've heard a bit about humans and stuff, but I've never actually met one.
Oh, well, she's kind of like a Pokemon, but has really weird knowledge about things that are not from our world, because she is not from our world.
Okay, that makes sense, I suppose. So I guess now the question is, what now? Yep. Like, how do Mons usually like join this guild? I realize I've never really poked around guilds too much.
Oh, you wish to join us?
I mean, I might.
Alright. In that case, I've done this many times before, and I can do this with you as well. Long story short, you just have to join us. You will be added into some kind of team, or if you have a couple friends with you, you can make your own team.
Yeah. Only friends I have with me are the imaginary kind.
Ah, you have imaginary
you.
friends too?
Yeah, I do a lot of traveling, so it kind of helps keep.
He's going to pull out a rock and say, "This is Pebbles."
Oh, mine actually don't have like a physical thing or anything. It's all in my head. He gets smiles.
Oh, they used to just be in my head, but then I started like projecting them onto the rocks and sticks, and now I have a lot of friends.
Okay.
It's much better than my siblings because most of them just bit me and kicked me around.
Yeah, well, your siblings sound like jerks.
It's okay. They have family, and family is important. That's what
Yes,
Mama used to say.
Family is important, which is why they shouldn't hurt you.
Yeah, but it's okay. I'm small, meek, and weak.
Yep, but you're friendly and outgoing, and you're here now. Anyway, you said the first step of joining is to join. I'm not really sure how to join if the first step to joining is joining.
He pulls out a piece of paper and starts. He pulls out a feather, puts it in an inkwell, smiles at you, and says, "Well, first I'm gonna need your name again."
Minutea. It's spelled kind of funny though. It had one of those accent marks, but I couldn't really remember where.
Well, you will have to look it over after I'm done then.
Okay.
What is your gender? Oh, I mean, I know what your gender is, but I need to ask. I'm sorry.
No. I get you. There are some. Anyway, never mind. I'm a boy.
Okay.
Yep. He even like draws the little male symbol.
What is your species?
I'm a Meowth.
Okay. Where are you from?
A small pyramid outside the in the sand continent outside the out of character. I'm forgetting the name of the city.
Sandstone.
Sandstone.
Yep, he writes it down and says, "Alright. What is your family?"
What do you mean by that?
Well, in case you die, so that we can send your corpse to someone.
Oh. No, wow, you guys do that?
Yes.
He gives his the names of his parents because oh crap, I didn't think of them. Yep, there's a Persian and a Farfetch'd over. Yep. He blinks.
He's going to look at you and say, "Oh, Farfetch'd?
Yeah, like I said, my dad was a very brave bird.
Oh, that's really wonderful. I actually had a Farfetch'd like 2 days ago."
Yeah. Yeah.
He's going to
Mom
touch
was
his belly and say, "Farfetch'd trout is really delicious. Your father was
Yeah.
very delicious."
Yeah, my mom used to make those jokes whenever she was mad at dad.
Alright. This is going to write it
He
down.
doesn't even fucking blink at that.
You know, weirdly enough, jokes like this are pretty common in Mystery Dungeon.
Glad to hear it.
Alright. He's going to look at you and say, what kind of combat experience do you think you have?
Well, I've kind of traveled the entire distance from the Sand Continent to here, and I've gotten in a few scuffles. I was also taught by both my mom and dad how to fight. Mom was a bit better at it, but dad's no slouch either.
Alright. So I'm just going to write experienced. Oh,
Huzzah.
important thing. There's a couple rules in our guild that you will have to follow if you wish to join.
Okay.
First things first, we have about 50% tax on all pockets that you earn through missions.
Okay, well, I don't really have a concept for how much other guilds tax, so...
Well,
I
in
assume
Treasure
that's fine.
City, Lucarius Guild has 90%.
Okay.
Is this alright with you?
Yep, that sounds like a much better deal.
Alright. Second rule is no fighting at the guild or in Capim.
Okay, I do have a question about that. What about, like, friendly little spats or spars?
There is a dojo for that.
Okay, but is the dojo in town?
Yes. It is.
Then that's a fight. That's a fight technically in Capim Town.
Yes, but no, actually no, because inside the dojo are mystery dungeons.
Okay. So that's all fine then.
Alright. Third thing is, he's actually going to look at you and say, I'm not actually supposed to read this one, so could you please come over and read it yourself and then say if you agree or not?
Alright. But, you know, he just kind of takes flight and moves over to read.
You see that there is one line here that has like a little note specifically for Solandi to not read because he's a young boy, and it specifically mentions no relationships in the guild.
Yeah, Blink. Why would relationships be a thing that you have to? What?
Oh, I'm not even one cycle old.
Yep. Blink. Pause. I see.
That makes everything that you heard about his family so much worse.
Well, yeah. The bullying older siblings makes a bit more sense, but that's not what Minutia's thinking about there. Okay. Why is that a rule?
I don't know, I cannot even read it.
Okay, well, I mean, you're aware of the rule now, so...
But yes, do you agree or not?
I suppose I agree. I don't really know anyone here, so... yeah. That should be fine.
Alright. Fourth thing. You have to leave your past behind. That means you will have to get a new name and you will be an entirely new Pokemon.
Oh,
Our guild accepts both honorable Pokemon, but also Pokemon that may have strayed from the path of law. Every Pokemon can start a new life here.
Oh, like that. I was gonna say, because I still write to my family and stuff, so I'm not gonna leave them behind.
Oh, you can still write to your family. What we mean is we don't judge what you were before.
Yeah, I got that now that you said the rest of the stuff.
I mean,
like,
I still send letters to my mom.
That's because you're a very good boy.
He smiles and says thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I can agree to that. I don't really know anyone, so their past won't matter. And to my knowledge, I haven't done anything that really needs worrying about either.
Alright. Well, all I'm gonna need is you figuring out your new name.
Uh, well, why do I have to change my name though?
Because everyone does it.
Okay, how different does it have to be?
He just shrugs and says, I don't know. That was just figured out by the, well, by the previous guildmaster, and it just kind of became a tradition.
Ah, okay.
He's going to point at the portraits in the lobby, and you can see that there are 4 portraits here.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. Looks over at the portraits.
Alright, so you see 4 Pokemon on the portraits. All the way on the right is a Vaporeon, which you are pretty sure is the current guild mistress.
It was just said.
Next to the Vaporeon, you can see that there is a Primarina, which was probably the previous guild mistress. Next to that, you can see that there's Min Chao, which again was one of the previous, guild mistresses. And right before that, you can see that there's Quilava.
Neat. So, I guess one last question. You said be a whole different Mon now. That doesn't mean I have to stop being a Meowth, does it? 'Cause I like being a Meowth.
He smiles at you and says, I didn't stop being Salandit either, though I'm looking forward for when I become Salazzle.
Yep, and I'm sure you'll be the best Salazzle.
He smiles.
Because he doesn't know any better.
I mean, to be honest, neither of you actually know.
Yeah, so he's genuinely being appreciative and affirmative.
Salandit is so happy. He's really looking forward to evolving.
One day he'll do it, I'm sure.
One day.
Poor guy.
Oh, another thing. You probably noticed that he's shiny, right? In Mystery Dungeons, shininess is usually not pointed out whatsoever.
Neat.
Yeah, shiny is just kind. So you know how in normal Pokemon the chance to be shiny is like what, like 1 in 5,000 or something?
1,000. What is 4,096?
Okay.
I don't know the number off the top of my head.
In Super Mystery Dungeon, every Pokemon has a 1 in 100 chance to be shiny. That means every 100 Pokemon is shiny in this universe.
Well, for one, I wouldn't know. Minutea wouldn't know that he's shiny off no matter what, because this is the only one he's ever met.
That is actually an extremely good point.
And for 2, because he's an Meowth's an abnormal here. His assumption would be, oh, he's probably just an abnormal. I don't like it when people bring it up to me, so I won't bring it up at all.
Yep. But he's just expectantly looking at you, holding what appears to be an archon feather.
Yep, just Minutea quickly signs their name anyway, because yeah, he just adds the accent mark over the E instead. There.
But it's
totally
just
different.
Yep, so it's just going to nod and smile. Okay. Well, in that case, welcome to the guild.
And out of curiosity, I realized I probably should have asked this sooner. Just, like, if I find I don't fit in here, is there any rules against leaving or anything I have to do there?
Oh, it's actually really simple. We just have to kill you.
Blink, stare.
I'm
what?
joking.
Oh, okay.
Anytime you want, you can leave.
He sighs in relief there.
After we kill you, obviously.
Okay.
I'm joking.
I got it that time, but, the reiteration is always concerning.
I have a bad sense of humor.
It just needs some working. Know your audience and all that.
I don't really have a lot of audience.
Well, give it time. You're only a cycle old. Well, less than one. Look at me. I'm like 4 cycles old. And, I haven't quite yet figured out my audience yet.
But yes. With that, I do have to say, welcome among us. I hope you will enjoy your stay. You will want to talk to the guild mistress when she's back. She's currently preparing for an egg day for Meowstick in the city.
Okay. Wait, the Meowstick that runs the cafe?
Yes, the Meow Meow bar.
I'll have to do something nice for them because they're the
Oh.
one that kind of pointed me this way.
But you are probably not supposed to know.
Not supposed to know what?
Well, from what I understand, it was supposed to be kind of like a small party.
Ah.
I'm sorry that
Okay,
I
yeah.
let it slip.
Oh no! Actually, it's for the best. Yep. If it's meant for the thing for close friends and stuff, I understand. I'll just wish her well when I next see her.
Alright.
Yeah. Alright, I guess, is there...
He actually he starts pulling out items and putting them on the desk.
Yep, just kind of stare and watch. What are you doing?
Oh, these are for you.
Okay, look over the items.
Over here is a treasure bag for you, so that you can carry items in missions. Here is your badge. You need to wear this on you at all times, even when you sleep.
Okay.
This badge actually shows everyone that you are from our guild, and it allows you to teleport in and out of dungeons, and it also tells you that something has happened.
Alright. Minutia just kind of takes the badge, applies it to his, coin. So, in front of the coin is just, the badge there.
Alright. And here's another very important identification for the guild. He gives you a Hawaiian shirt.
Without, just, not even questioning it, just immediately puts it on.
Yep, on the back it has the same symbol as the guild's emblem on the banner.
Yep. Well, I'll just have to get used to wearing this with my wings.
Oh, I mean, I would recommend doing something that Archon does. He cuts little holes on the sides so that he can push his wings through.
Yep. But at the moment, I used to do that with some of the clothes I wore, but whenever I added the holes, they'd get frayed, and because my wings are constantly moving, the clothes would kind of start to fall apart.
You could also go to Espion in the town, and she could reform it for you. I mean, she's the one who made these, and they are magical.
Oh, I'll have to talk to her about that then.
Alright. You can find her on the eastern part of the town. You cannot miss it. Her shop literally says Espion's Clothes.
Alright. Well, it's been nice meeting you, Wing Wing. You never told me your name.
Oh, my name is Salandit.
Well, nice to meet you, Salandid. Is that his speech name?
Hmm?
Yeah, Minutia just asks himself, and isn't that his what he is?
Oh no, you see, my mother had a name for me, but then I renamed myself back to Salandit because that's what my species is called.
Oh.
I couldn't think of a name, so I just went back to my usual species name, and because my name before was different, it worked.
Okay. Well, I'm looking forward. Maybe one day you'll find a good name that fits for you.
He smiles and says, I'm happy to be Salandit.
Yes, but you want to evolve one day, so...
I want to be a Salazo that's called a Salandit so that I can make other Salandits happy.
Okay. That makes sense, I guess. Minutia does not, the look on Minutia's face is not one of understanding, but one of further confusion. But he's just rolling with it.
This individual is very strange, even for someone from the same continent where there's a lot of strange people.
Yeah, and Minutia's learned the best way to deal with this kind of people is just kind of nod and go along with it, and hope you don't get stabbed.
He doesn't look like he could hurt you.
Yeah, difficult to look at, but at the same time, I'm sure he could probably manage it.
So as, Solanda is writing this down and giving you items, by the way, you're also given a wonder map and a wonder mail. A wonder map is basically a magical map that allows you to basically see everywhere you've already been. It also shows you your location on the map. And wonder map is a magical mail that everyone knows about, and it is a secret weapon of the guilds. When you write it, then you write down who it's supposed to be delivered to, and they will magically be delivered.
That is amazing. 1 second.
Geo? I wonder if Geo is here.
I am here. Sorry, I'm just listening. My
Oh.
my Wi-Fi is spotty, so carry on.
I'm back.
Is it still spotty, by the way?
Yes, it continues to be spotty.
I hope it's not gonna be spotty when we are like get to the session.
Hopefully.
But yeah. So yeah. As Solanda is writing everything down and you are gathering your items, you suddenly feel someone touching your tail.
Immediate jump, floof, turnabout. If you've ever seen a cat do that, you know exactly what it looks like.
Yep. And behind you, you can see a Vulpix wearing the same shirt that you are.
Hi, hello.
Huh. What are you?
I'm a Meowth.
Oh. I've never seen a Meowth before. Is it normal that you have only one tail?
Yeah. The wings aren't normal, but the tail's normal.
Wait, you have wings?
Flap, 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 flap.
You have your wings under the shirt.
Yeah. The idea is the shirt just kind of bulges out.
She actually, literally breaks and destroys your personal space and, buries her face into your shirt and looks at your wings.
Immediate squirm and laugh as if, a ticklish cat.
And from underneath the shirt, she just says, "Oh, you really have wings."
Yes.
She pulls her head out of your shirt, looks at you and says, "Wow, I've never seen a cat with wings."
Yep. I seem to be the only one I've ever met. I've gotten around the world a fair bit.
Do you usually not have wings?
Well, most Meowths don't. I do.
Oh. Also, I'm gonna turn you around because we're kinda talking.
Yeah, well, it makes sense that she's having the face of the thing.
Yeah. Vulpix just looks you over and says, "Oh, based on the shirt, I assume you're joining?"
Yeah.
Oh, that's very awesome.
Seems nice little.
She actually extends her paw.
Yep, offer to shake the paw.
She
Just,
shakes your paw.
Yep, my name's Minutea, and you're?
Oh, I'm Inari.
Nice to meet you, Inari.
It's very exciting to finally find someone who would be, well, newer than me.
Well, I mean, people probably join up all the time, so it had to happen eventually.
Yeah. It's just, strange.
What's strange?
Well, we are not gonna be the newest.
I mean, I'm sure they're not just they're not gonna treat you too differently just because there's some other new people.
Oh, actually, are you looking for a team?
Yeah, probably.
Oh my gosh. She looks you over, and you're a boy. That's amazing.
I mean,
Do you wanna join our team?
sure.
Awesome. She just jumps and gives you a hug.
hugs back because he enjoys the hugs. The wings, twitch to move as if he's used to hugging with wings included. But still trapped under shirt.
Salad is just going to look over this and says, I'm sure it's gonna be the guild mistress that will decide that. Inari's just gonna like look over your shoulder at Salanda and just say, it's okay, I will talk to her about it. She then looks at you and just says, so long story short, I am in a team with a skitty. Her name is Ace. Alright?
Okay, a skitty named Ace.
Yeah. And me and her, we have been friends ever since we were born.
Okay.
And we are kinda looking for another member for our team. Our team is called Fluffball.
And I am very fluffy, yes.
Yeah.
A little bit less fluffy when when I haven't been startled, but I'm still pretty fluffy.
Oh, did I startle you?
Yeah, it's just a reaction when people sneak up on me.
You see her tails like go down a little bit. Her ears goes down as well, and like she just like looks down and says, "Oh, I'm sorry. Ace always says that I get overexcited about things."
No. That enthusiasm's fine. It's happy. It's something. It's good energy upon my first day.
So, where are you from?
I'm from the sand continent.
Wait, you're all the way from the sand continent?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's been a very long journey.
Actually, do you want to continue this conversation in our room?
Sure.
Okay. Hey, Salandit, we are gonna be going back to our room.
Yep.
Okay, I will inform Vaporeon.
There's a slight tension to Minutea. He's like, am I gonna get mugged?
Vulpix
He's not saying it, but it's his internal concern.
Vulpix doesn't even wait for you to like recognize what you said, and she is immediately going to just grab you with one of her paws, and she starts leading you into one of the many hallways of the guild.
Yep. Just still kind of rubbernecking around like a bit of a tourist.
As you are going through the hallway, you can see that there is a Servine currently in the process of treating what appears to be flowers on a wine. She just looks.
Yep.
She just looks at you.
Yep. Hi, I'm new. Your decorations look very nice.
Oh, you're new?
Yes. Salon did mention that you did the decorations. They were very nice.
Oh. Wow, I'm glad someone finally noticed. She just huffs. Sometimes it feels that in Capim Town nobody notices a flower.
Well, I mean, I'm from the sand continent, so I tend to pay a lot of attention to plants.
She looks at you and says, "Oh, I'm sorry."
Yeah, me too. I mean, my family's pretty nice, but it is kind of a litter box. I said it again.
She's just going to walk up to you. She's gonna give you head pats with her tiny arms, and then she's gonna say, "Well, I hope you enjoy it over here."
Well, I mean, I've been enjoying it. I do kind of prefer the Mist Continent's very sweet food, but the food here is kind of nice too in a different way.
Inari just like stops and she just says, "You've been on the Mist Continent as well?"
I took a long way to get here since I actually don't like boats too much.
Oh my gosh! I gotta believe this. Ace is not gonna believe this.
What?
Both me and her, we've only been to the air continent before.
Their food's kind of bland, but it's a nice enough place. Honestly, anywhere is better than the sand continent.
Servine's just going to look at you and say, "You should not be talking this badly about your home, you know."
I feel that I should be able to talk about it because it's my home. I have seen so much of the rest of the world that I now know just, like, people aren't very nice there.
Maybe I should have said anything about your home. Now I see that you are kind of a little bit rotten on the inside. She says, poking your face.
Well, I mean, that happens when you get spoiled rotten. He smiles a bit.
Servine's just like blinking.
That was a joke.
Oh, I'm not very good with jokes.
It's fine. But yeah, I'm actually from a small. I'm not from one of the towns in there. I'm slightly out. I was from slightly outside Sandstone.
Well,
So
to be honest, I would not actually know. I've only been to the sand container once in my life. It's really far away.
yeah, and I'm sorry to hear that as well.
It was somewhat of a terrible experience. We almost got killed.
Mhm.
A scammer attempted to, kill us.
Yeah, that sounds about the normal position. At least you didn't run into any dragons.
Oh,
Yep, yep.
about
They don't
that,
tend to
we
bother.
did.
Oh, well,
It's...
they don't tend to bother me much, but most people tend to get worse. Well, most mons tend to have it worse.
Anyway, I would rather not spread any kind of things about a different guild and such, so I'm just gonna say, enjoy your stay, and hopefully you will find some kind of team that you will be with. Vulpix just looks at her and says, he's gonna be with us. Servine tilts her head. You? And Ace? Yeah. Servine's just going to shrug and say, whatever.
Well, keep making those wonderful decorations. Thank you.
She's just going to nod. And as you would be passing her, she's actually going to reach with one of her vines. And she's actually going to leave a little flower in one of your hands.
Yep.
A souvenir.
Thank you. Happily kind of just like tuck it into a scarf.
Yeah.
They seem nice.
Yeah, she's very nice. She's one of the oldest in our guild. She always takes care of all of us.
Mm-hmm. And all the plants, it's really nice.
She's also not really part of the guild.
Huh. Well, I mean, it's still nice that she takes, care of all the plants then, I guess. But
Well,
if she's not part of the guild, then...
Oh, she's here because she's actually mates with one of the guild members.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright, and I guess that makes sense, because that whole no relationships rule means she couldn't really be part of the guild if she's with one of them.
She's actually going to nod and say, yep. I don't actually know what that rule means, but, cannot do anything like that.
Yep, good to know.
But yeah, anyway, follow.
Alright.
Hey, she's going to lead you towards an unassuming door that has a little heart that has Inari and Ace written on it.
Yep.
Yep,
And
Whoopi just unlocks the door and goes inside, leaving the door open for you.
walking on in, yep. His, I'm going to get mugged sense is not quite screaming as much now, but it's still a, hey, yeah, I'm in someone else's room. This
So,
may yet happen.
On the inside, you can see that there's 2 little beds, made out of hay. And you can see that on the window and all over the place, there's like painted things, and there's like a flower bed in one of the corners of the room. There's like a little watery area. It definitely looks like 2 girls live here. As much as you would guess that in a Mystery Dungeon universe.
Well, that's a nice little place.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it is our home.
I admit, if I'm gonna stay here with you, I'll probably get a bookshelf or something. Not because I like reading a lot, but I like perching on top of them.
Oh, really?
I like staying in high places.
Oh, in that case, you will really... You are kind of like Ace.
Oh?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, she usually sleeps over there by the window.
It's just kind of, I guess, feline nature. We like high places.
Yeah.
It's not the wings for once. He starts to stretch his wings, and the sound of them hitting his shirt is hurt again.
But yes.
I'm so not used to having a shirt on.
She's actually going to, like, hop on one of the beds. She's going to make herself comfortable so much so that you can barely only see her head. And she's just going to be looking at you and say, so tell me about Sand Continent. Tell me how it is there.
Well, I mean, as you heard from my conversation with Servine, it's actually not a very great place.
I mean,
Pretty much everything in one way or another is trying to kill you, so...
oh, that sounds amazing.
It can be nice to explore, but it's not a nice place to live.
But that sounds really exciting.
Oh, yeah. It's exciting in its own way, but... How do I put this? You want to go to the adventure. You don't want an adventure to be there all the time, because then adventure's no longer special. It's just life.
Okay. So, Minutea, I have a very important question.
Yes?
Have you ever killed anyone?
Couple times. I mean...
Wow, really?
I've made a trip here, and food isn't exactly easy to come by in the Sand Continent.
Wait. You eat meat?
Yes?
Oh my
I'm
gosh, that's
allergic to
amazing.
berries.
Huh?
I'm allergic to berries, so...
You're
I
allergic to
kinda have
berries?
sometimes. He nods.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, you really are like Ace.
Oh?
Yeah, she's allergic to berries as well, and she also eats meat.
Huh.
So she usually fishes.
Yeah, that's what I usually do, but, well, if you get into a fight, and, well, sometimes that's what's available.
Okay, that's amazing. I've actually never killed anyone.
Well, I mean, honestly, it's really kind of scary, and it's not something I like doing, but if it's you or them, you know...
Ooh, do you have claws?
Yes.
Ooh, could you show me?
Yep, raises his paws, claws out.
Oh my gosh, I think yours are even bigger than hers.
Yeah, he just puffs up a bit proud to hear that.
All I have is this. She just lifts one of her paws, revealing basically like tiny fox claws.
But you're a fire type, so you can do like fire stuff.
Yep. I could probably burn you away right now if I wanted to.
Please don't. You're a new friend, and I don't want to get in a fight with a new friend on day one.
I mean...
Also, I think that's against the rules.
Yeah, I don't want to get in trouble. Not to mention, I don't want to get into fights with friends. That's silly.
Yeah, yep. But I'm pretty good with my claws and my wings.
Gosh. I always wanted to fly.
Well, I'd be lying if I didn't say it's amazing. I actually fly as much as I can.
Yeah. See, both me and Ace, we actually have the same mom. Yeah, she's actually my sister in a way. Well, not really, but like, it's kind of complicated.
Well, I mean, if you share a mom, then you're sisters. It may not be by blood, but family's important.
Yeah, so Ace is the older of us, right? And she actually is Ninetales' like daughter, right?
Okay.
I'm not. I was basically found, as an egg.
Well, if you were raised together, you're still sisters, at least in my book.
Yep. Actually, weirdly enough, I actually currently have two moms.
I mean, that's not too weird.
Yeah. And I have two of the best moms ever.
Unfortunately, hearing Meowth just kind of gets that far away stares. He's thinking about Salazzle and Salad landed now because he's just it's fresh enough memory that yeah.
She's actually good to look at you and say, did I say something wrong?
No, I'm just thinking about Landed and his mom now. Sorry.
Oh, I've actually met his mom.
Oh, what is she like?
Oh, she's a Salazzle.
Yeah, so I've heard, but I've never actually seen them. Like, he's the first Landed I've ever met. I've never even met a Salazzle.
Oh,
heard much.
Are those not common back at your home?
Nope, not in the slightest.
Oh, okay. So Salazzle is basically known as Salazzle the Thief, and she basically runs a black market. Yeah,
okay.
drugs, illegal weapons, that sort of thing. Also, information.
Oh. She runs the market.
You know.
The joke being in the Sand Continent, he just refers to it as the market.
Yes, because so fun fact on the Sand Continent, there is no such thing as illegal weapons. Okay. So fun fact, by Super Mystery Dungeon, the Guild Association has outlawed certain orbs, for instance, like one-hit orb and such. Because you know what a one-hit orb lore-wise does?
What?
It fucking kills you.
Makes sense.
Just boom, dead. It's literally Avada Kedavra.
I cast gun.
I cast gun,
yeah.
boom. So yeah, the Guild Association has basically outlawed the usage of certain items, certain, orbs, and basically by the law, in Mystery Dungeons, you're not supposed to kill other Pokemon except when you absolutely have to.
Okay. And does that include when, hey, I need experience, so everything on this floor is dead?
Well, again, you are supposed to, if possible, not kill. Yeah, even like, you're kind of, it's not outlawed, but you're not supposed to be killing to eat either. It's not outlawed because a lot of Pokemon are literal carnivores, right? But like, if you do it, don't tell people about it too much. The fact that the Vulpix here is overexcited about you killing and eating other Pokemon is weird.
Yeah, Minutia's weirded out by it because it's a case of, hey, this is what he's had to do to survive. But he's like, oh, she's very sheltered from a somewhat nice place. Okay, yeah, no, this makes sense. Just don't glorify it, but I don't want to talk about it.
Yep. She's just really excited about you right now. She's happy that someone young is here that she can talk to. She basically, see, you would know Vulpixes. They're kind of everywhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
And just looking at her, basically what I'm trying to say is she currently has 6 tails. That means she's 6 years old. Vulpixes grow tails as, they get older.
Yep.
Well, she's just kind of excitedly listening to you talk about your home.
Yep. He happily tells stories about that. But the topic of Slazzle running the black market came up, and he just refers to it as the market.
Yeah.
He quickly explains that, that stuff's just kind of normal back home.
Wow, your home seems very fun.
It really isn't, but I guess it's the kind of place to visit, not live.
Yeah, see, me and there's a Shings. Well, not Shings anymore, I guess. There's Bolt. Bolt is here, right? He's an electric Pokemon, right? And he's really wonderful because he really understands me, right? He's amazing. And, like, he was telling me stories that he was told about when he was little, right? And there used to be a time where we were, like, really wild, and we would just, like, create big packs and run around and attack other Pokemon, and we were, like, really close with nature, and we would not even talk, and it was amazing.
Some of that stuff can be really scary. Like, you say attack other Pokemon and stuff like it's a good thing, but like back home, you'd see dragons just attack people, and it's not as exciting when you're on the receiving side.
She looks at you and says, "Well, that sounds kind of cool."
Like, it is, unless you lose like friends and stuff. I didn't have many friends back then, but I couldn't stand the idea of losing a friend to something like that.
You hear the window open, and from the window you hear another voice saying, losing friends, that's kind of normal. And you see a cat jump into the room.
Yep. You must be Ace.
She nods. I see Inari has already told you. Inari just waves and says, "Hey, Ace. So, who is this Meowth? Why does he have wings?"
Yep.
Oh.
Hi, I'm Minutea. I have wings. The attempt at flat. Wait, how do you see them through the shirt?
She looks at you and say, I'm a Skitty.
Yes, and I'm a Meowth.
Oh, as Skitties, we can really feel the resonations through things. Your wings are rubbing against the cloth, which is resonating through the cloth, resonating through the ground towards my tail.
Oh, that's really cool.
You know, it's just great to know. Yeah, she's really cool. She's also really good at fighting. You should pick a fight with her one day.
Oh, I mean, let's pick a fight and more. I mean, we could go to the JoJo sometime.
Yep, Skitty is just great to nod and say, yeah, we could. So, could I get an answer why you are here? In our room? As a boy? When I have my sister here who is very young and probably very easy to take advantage of.
Well, she brought me here saying that you were looking for somebody on the team, and honestly, I'm just new here, so...
Ace just looks at her sister who nods and say, yep, I totally brought him here. Skitty looks at you.
I just kind of shrug. I just joined the team. I'm looking for a team. Yeah, well, she asked that, and I just didn't answer it honestly, and then before I know it, I'm being dragged off.
Ace is just going to sigh and say, oh no, I think another Inar is gonna be joining my team. Hey, what does that mean? Don't worry about it. She's going to walk up to you. Hi.
Hi.
So, I am Skitty. I'm Ace.
Nice to meet you.
She offers you a paw.
Yep, shake the paw.
Looks her up and down and say, you're abnormal.
Yes, I am.
How does it feel?
The wings.
Can you fly with those?
Fly. Yes, I can.
That's pretty cool. Can you fight? Godna? Godna?
Sorry about that. Somebody walked in the room, so I had to...
Oh, next time please at least like type BRB or something.
Well, it was just a split-second conversation about socks.
Yeah, it just scared me that like my internet was dead. I was like immediately went to OBS. I was like, oh god, is something happening?
My bad on that one. Not
Yeah.
normally that it happens. Anyway.
Yeah, it's okay. I just always panic.
But yes, I can actually fly with them. I really do genuinely love flying.
Oh, a cat who likes to fly. I've seen everything. She actually like tests your like arms. Weirdly enough, she knows exactly how to get your claws out.
Yep.
Yep, I can definitely tell you have fought before. I don't smell any blood on you. That means you don't fight very often.
Yep. Well, I don't fight unless I really have to.
She then touches your chest with her tail. Then she nods to herself and says, and your aura says that you are not a terrible individual.
No, I try and be a good mon.
Good.
Better in at least, yeah.
Good. So, you wish to join our team?
Yes.
Awesome. I don't have any problems with you joining us.
That's good to hear.
We only have 2 beds here, though. But to be honest, you can probably use my bed because I don't really use it very often.
You know, I was told you tend to sleep in the windowsill.
She's just
I'll
good
try
at
and get
quietly
it.
not.
I'm gonna try and get like a bookcase or something in here because I like sleeping on. I like sleeping in high places.
Oh, I mean, there's a Pokemon in our guild that actually likes to work with wood. His name is Cubone. Named Yorick.
I'll have to see them.
Oh, I mean, you cannot miss him because he always travels with the loudest Riolu to have ever lived.
I saw that. I think I saw them in the Meow Meow bar.
Yes, you definitely cannot miss her because you can probably hear her probably about 5 minutes before she even shows up.
Well, in this instance, it was when I first arrived in the town, they were there, and I kind of listened in a bit. They're very lively.
You see Inari just like smile and say, "She's really nice. I wish I would be as brave and honest as her."
Well, those are things you just kind of have to keep up and keep working on.
Inari is just going to nod and say, "I really enjoyed when we got into a fight in the dojo, and she punched me 15 times before I even blinked."
Oh, that's fast.
Yes, she's really good. And then I just went to her several times over just to feel her punching me more.
Looks to Ace for a second, looks back.
Ace is just going to shake her head and say, "Just let it go."
Okay, well, I admit I don't like getting beat up too much, but at least compared to other Meowth, I take punches better.
That's gonna be very useful. You should probably know that being in a guild doesn't actually mean you fight very often. If anything, our job is to kinda not fight if possible.
Well, I'm okay with that. I mean, I do enjoy a good scrap from time to time, but they have a dojo for that, so it's all good.
Yes, I recommend going to the dojo when you have the time and meeting Haulucha.
I'll definitely give that a go.
Alright. Well, I'm looking forward to having you in our team. Sadly, we cannot seal the deal right now because you will have to talk to the guild mistress or the officer.
And the guild mistress is busy preparing a
Egg day.
party for Meowth.
Yes, I was already helping making the cake.
Huh. Well, I would help out, but I'm told she mostly wants it to be a somewhat small thing, and I tend to respect other people's wishes.
Inari is going to look at you and say, "Oh, but we could like sneak you in." She's just going to look at her sister.
Meowth kind of grim, it has a mixed bag. Because on one hand, he's a cat. He enjoys sneaking in places he doesn't belong, just because I'm cat. But at the other hand, no, he's also, more respectful than that. As much fun as it is sneaking into places, I don't think I'll do that.
No, what I mean is, it's Egg Day. Like, it shouldn't just be for, a few Pokemon. It should be for as many as possible. I mean, we all love Meowth.
Yep. But, I think my mom explained something like this to me. That as you get older, you have less energy to just share with everyone. So, sharing it with the very few friends that you care about most is an okay thing. It's her day.
Ace is just going to nod and say, "Meow speaks correct." I mean, I'm pretty sure our mom, Lily, has told you many times that Egg Day is not, well, not supposed to be something like that. If you don't enjoy your own Egg Day, then is it really a good celebration?
Exactly.
It's just going to sigh, but Meowth is so cool. I wish more Pokemon would just go there.
Well, I mean, I got a chance to try the pancakes and fried Finian. And I enjoyed it, so I'll definitely be coming back, and that's one more person.
Yeah, and especially because she almost got killed a couple days ago.
What happened?
Oh, there was an attack. There was an Excadrill that attacked her.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. It was a bunch of bad Pokemon from the Sand Continent attacking us.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that tracks, yeah. Oh, that reminds me. The other day, about a week ago, actually, a little bit more than a week ago, Treasure Town was attacked by Yveltal.
Oh, you mean Treasure City?
Yeah, Treasure City, yeah.
I mean, yeah, we heard about it.
I would have been here sooner, but I stopped to help out there.
I mean, if you would be here sooner, you would totally miss us.
Exactly. It all works out.
Yeah. She jumps out and just gives you another hug. And I'm really glad I could have met another Meowth.
I thought you another Meowth? I thought I was the first
sorry.
Meowth you met.
Sorry, another cat.
There we go. Yep. Can confirm. Am cat.
Yeah. You're cat shaped. You're cat shaped.
Mm-hmm.
It just looks at you and says, what is that supposed to mean? Oh, you know, roundy head, you know, very fluffy, cat-like.
Well, I mean, tell you what, you can be an honorary captain.
She gasps. I can be a cat?
I mean, yep, honorary cap. I mean, you already dislike water. He's just assuming because, you know, fire type. Yep, you have claws. They're small, but, you know, they're there. And you have the big fluffy ears. It works,
I mean, I do kind of like to go to the hot spring.
Yeah, but that's different than the water.
Oh. She actually walks up to you. Oh, you need to go to the hot spring. It's very nice.
All right.
Is she just takes your hand and starts leading you out?
I get that.
Is it just like look at it and just shaking her head as you are led into the distance?
Yep, see ya, Ace. I guess I'm going to the hot spring.
You can see her with her mouth, she's like mouthing, I'm sorry.
just you know, the attempted wing shrug from Minutea again. He's just going along with the flow.
Congratulations for beating Inari, by the way, and congratulations, you are now her target.
Her target? Question mark?
So Inari has a gimmick where she gets very overexcited about things, and she's not overexcited about you.
Okay, so I'm just her current fixation. It
Yep.
happens. And I know she's just one to go along with the thing, because, hey, meeting new friends, new people.
Yep. And this is where we are going to end the session, because you see, on the outside of the main door is gonna be Vaporeon.
Huzzah! Well, this has been fun.
Yep, it was kinda short.
That's okay.
Save this. Oh, Sunstruck. Godna.
All is well.
Oh, that was fun to watch.
Wow, see, you could have actually gotten it. You know, there were so many other places you could have gone. This could have gone in so many different ways.
Yep. Well, you know.
Instead, you got immediately hooked up with Inari, the cocaine Vulpix.
Yes. The problem is the cocaine Vulpix has the good kind of energy we love. And she's just happy to make friends. And is now considerably more averse to meeting Salazzle.
Yeah. So what do you think about Salazzle the Thief?
Well, I mean, on one hand they run the market, but on the other hand, Salandon. Just Salandon.
What do you mean? He's such a nice guy.
He is. But I mean,
He's such a cute
47.
little. He's such a cute little cuddle muffin.
Just 47 times made her happy. That's all I need to say. Less than a year old.
Yep. Yep. Remove your D6 if you are ready to stop.
I'm not ready to stop though. Okay.
All right. By the way, Sunstruck is happening at 6 a.m. my time tomorrow.
Okay.
Joe, please help him with timing if you can. As an American.
So are you in the center of the country, Godna?
Yeah.
Are you in Midwest? What state?
Louisiana.
Louisiana. Okay. Let me just double check if you guys. I'm pretty sure I know what time zone that is. For me, it's around like 9 p.m. So for you, I think that's
11 p.m.
you guys 1 hour?
It'd
Yeah,
be 11
2
p.m.
hours.
I just
Mhm.
cranked in. So yeah, basically the usual starting time.
Yep. So I would have an alarm for that, just in case.
Okay. So, and to confirm, that's basically 12 to 14 hours from now.
Oh god.
Hours.
Oh god. How am I supposed to give me a moment? Right now it's 420 right now. Oh yeah. Sorry. So that will be 6 hours and then 8, another 6. That would be 14. Yeah, I think.
Bitch, and I'll be free.
Now, important thing is you can now flip the table. Please flip the table. Ah!
That glorious lag.
Yeah, as over 2,000 models get blinked into oblivion. But yeah, everyone on stream, bye-bye. This will be on YouTube in the next 5 years. Aha! Huzzah!
Huzzah.